What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm talking about how Matthew Stafford has an opportunity to make history in the next few weeks. Let's get right into it. Recently, I made a lot of videos talking about how former teammates, maybe other players in the league, maybe players that are retired, Carson Palmer, maybe coaches, other people have talked about Matthew Stafford saying, Matthew Stafford's this great quarterback, you know, he's underappreciated and all this kind of stuff. And you may be like, okay, why is he doing all this? Well, there's two reasons. One, I like looking at him because I think it's kind of cool that, you know, he gets the respect because he doesn't get a lot of respect from a lot of people. But I think, you know, here it's cool to look at those kind of things. And two, it kind of fits with what I'm going to be talking about in this video, okay? So Matthew Stafford basically has an opportunity to be in the record books for the first player, the least amount of time, to hit 40,000 passing yards. 40,000 passing yards. I'm not making that up, 40,000. Now, Matthew Stafford has put up some ridiculous numbers in his career, okay? And he's done a lot of good things for the Detroit Lions, but he doesn't get a lot of respect. And this is one of those numbers that will come up when he retires, okay? Say Matthew Stafford, at least at this point, if he retired right after he hit 40,000 passing yards, everyone would say, well, he's just a stat pattern, you know? Look at this numbers. He got 40,000 passing yards. He's got 0 playoff wins. What does that tell you? He just has empty stats, okay? Stats that mean nothing. And that's kind of why I want to show you all what people have been saying about him. Like, look, man, you can't blame it all on him. He does all this great stuff for the Lions, and he has an opportunity to have 40,000 passing yards, the fastest person to reach 40,000 passing yards. And really, with any other quarterback, this would have been hugely recognized, okay? Any other sport, this would have been hugely recognized, right? When LeBron passed Michael Jordan in points all time, it wasn't that big of a deal, right? It wasn't really no big deal at all, but everybody was talking about it at the time. But Matthew Stafford is about to do this with 40,000 passing yards, and it's not going to be a big deal to anybody. Actually, no one's even really talking about it. So I wanted to bring this up that Matthew Stafford is 352 passing yards away from reaching 40,000. 40,000 passing yards, okay? And if he can do it in the next 4 weeks, he will be in the record books for his accomplishments in those regards. Now, Matthew Stafford has done a lot more good things statistically than that, right? He's had a 5,000-yard passing season, which not many quarterbacks have done. He's had, you know, nearly 5,000 passing yards the very next season in 2012. He's done crazy stuff, and he would be one of only 20 quarterbacks to have done this feat, okay, to have had 40,000 passing yards. But again, he's doing this the fastest if he can do it in the next 4 weeks. He could potentially do this on Monday night versus Green Bay Packers if it's one of those shootout type of games. If the Green Bay Packers find a way to put up a lot of points, he's going to have to try to match it, right? So there's a really good chance that he could put up those numbers. Now, he doesn't put up the same numbers that he used to early in his career. We were all about scoring. We were trying to score 40 points. That's how we beat teams, okay? It wasn't all about time possession. Matt Patricia's got a little bit of a different offense, but he's still taking a lot of shots. He's actually averaging 280 passing yards per game, which if he can hit his average, that would mean he'd be about 70, 80 yards short of making history on Monday night. So it would take just one more week, most likely. But if he has a huge game, goes for over 352 plus yards, he would be in the history books. And I think this is something that we just need to recognize, okay? This is awesome. I don't think it's going to be recognized by, you know, a lot of people. Even if it happens Monday night, maybe they'll like have a little blimp of it, like, oh, Matthew Stafford's first person to reach 40,000 passing yards. But no one will be like, oh, look at this, ESPN going off about it. No, but I want to go off about it. And if you don't like me going off about it, okay. But I have to, okay? This is my team. This is my quarterback. I think he deserves this. He deserves my attention and our attention as Lions fans. Say, hey, this dude's about to make history, okay? Lions haven't had the best history, okay? Their history hasn't been great, right? We haven't won a Super Bowl. We haven't been to a Super Bowl. Really, since the championship era, we haven't had a lot of great things to look back on. But Matthew Stafford has an opportunity to sketch his name into the record books, at least for now, with 41st fastest person to reach 40,000 passing yards. I mean, that's crazy. Definitely pay attention to that, okay? At least I wanted to pay attention to that, okay? And again, a lot of people have been saying, you know, how good he is. You know, Carson Palmer talks really good about him. Nate Burleson talks good about him, former teammates. I just wanted to bring attention to the fact that Matthew Stafford has an opportunity to be the fastest player to reach 40,000 passing yards. And this is just something that I think is absolutely amazing. He should reach it. Hopefully he can reach it on Monday night, because tell me how awesome that would be. Winning on Monday night, taking the lead in the division, and getting your name into the record books. Come on now, that's a perfect Monday. And Mondays aren't that fun. So this is the best way to have a good Monday. Almost rhymed. Okay, anyways, if you guys have any thoughts, let me hear in the comments below. Look, I have some weird stuff going on right now. My charger is completely broken, so I can't really charge like my computer and stuff, so that kind of stinks. I have a new one ordered in, but it's Sunday when I'm recording this, so I can't get it. Also, I have church, so that's why the recordings come out a little bit later. And the Lions aren't playing today, so my preview will actually come out on Monday, okay? So just be ready for that. Anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you, Prop, for watching, and I'm out.